All right. All right, Super Winter Mission Profile now. Once again, my name is Ian. A little bit of my background. I graduated from the University of California, San Diego in December 1993. Got my airplane license in August of 1994. And from there, I put my War Star packet in with the Army and got picked up by February of 1995. Was out to basic training, graduated from the Army's flight school in July of 1996. And from there, got a Black Hawk transition, also became a Black Hawk instructor pilot. And from there, President Clinton sent me to Bosnia, President Bush sent me to Iraq, and to finish up my career, President Obama sent me to Afghanistan. But also got to work down in Central America, South Korea a couple of times, Alaska, Germany, and some other places around the world. Retired from the Army after 20 years and 24 days and got a job flying medevac in my hometown of Amarillo, Texas. But I was getting tired of picking up drunk drivers at 2:30 in the morning under night vision goggles. Always wanted to be a tour pilot here in the Big Island, so just like the Beverly Hillbillies, just packed up and moved over here. Now I'm happy as a clam. But if you guys have ever taken a helicopter tour before, the key to success is to maintain your focus outside. If you do come inside to focus a cell phone or a camera or do any rapid head movements, it may make you a little bit nauseous. It may pick up a little bit of turbulence over here. We'll see what happens, but that and a little bit of rain along the coastline. Yeah, as you climb up, you can see it's pretty dry on this side of the island. We only get about 10 inches of rain over here, but the minute you cross that ridge line over there on the right-hand side, go to 100 to 150 inches of rain, depending on the year out over there. And we're coming across what they call the Kahala Ranch. The Parker Ranch is down over there by the town of Waimea. We do have about 4,000 cattle, 1,500 horses here on the island. The reason why the cattle are here is those are brought over to get to King Kamehameha by the British in the late 1700s. Of course, he put those cattle off limits to the Hawaiians so they can go and flourish. But they did such a good job of it by 1830. We had almost 3,000 cattle here in the islands, and they weren't the pulled Herefords of the Angus like we have here today. They did have the big giant horns on them, pretty aggressive animals. They went up to the sides of the Hawaiians' houses and attacked them and also ate their crops. Of course, John Parker got here in 1809, and he was tending fish ponds for King Kamehameha, and they commissioned him to do one of the first cattle run up here in the islands. They even brought in some caballeros from Mexico to help teach the Hawaiians how to be cowboys. And, of course, they stayed in their families up in Waimea, so the people look a little bit different up there. As they call the Kahala Ranch estates out over here. These are some multi-million-dollar homes. They tell me Roseanne Barr has a house up and through here, but she never invites me over for a barbecue, so I really don't know which one it is. Yeah, you got to deal with the gate guard at there. If you're not on the list, he won't let you in, so. And, of course, we are the most isolated island chain in the world. It's continued south of the island. The first land you'll hit will be Antarctica. Up to the north is going to be Alaska. Sort of out over here on the left-hand side to the west is going to be the Philippines. And out east of the island will be the coast of California and Mexico. Up on those microphones, you can put them really close to your lips. They'll work a little bit better there.
Okay, how far is Guam from here?
It's 3,500 miles. Yeah, it's funny you asked that because that plume that's coming off the volcano over there, back when it was really erupting really big time, yeah, that sulfur dioxide particulate matter was going all the way out to Guam, and people were getting respiratory problems from our eruption site over here. So, yeah, I think Kwajalein is about, what is it, about 1,500 to 2,000. And it's pretty much in line over there with some other of the Marshall Islands back out over there. Yeah, you may see people in colorful clothes over here. That's not the Hawaiians. They have the people from the Marshall Islands who were able to immigrate over here. A lot of their atolls were destroyed back in the 1950s, and they could never go back because of the nuclear weapons testing that occurred over there. Yeah, they tell me that they wear those bright, colorful clothes, and whatever tribe they came from pretty much is going to be what the color of the dresses they wear there. So. And we'll do is kind of work our way over here by the Upula Point Airport over here, make a nice right-hand turn. Yeah, it's been raining out over here all day. Yeah, now he's up there someplace about 40 miles across. We were able to see it about an hour ago, but the clouds have been kind of moving in. This is kind of the remnants of that tropical system that hit us yesterday. So, yeah, believe it or not, there's snow up on Mauna Loa today. Couldn't believe it. It's all the way up at the summit up there, but it'll probably be gone here about an hour or so. It melts pretty fast out over there. And we'll just kind of go up and around these little ranch homes out over here. We'll head down towards the coastline over here. We'll maybe pick up a little bit of turbulence. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Sarge on the radio talking to their helicopter behind us there, so. Yeah, we'll come up and around the Pula Point Airport out over here. It was built back in the 1920s. Yeah, they kept it open. The only airport on the north tip of the island over here, so if an airplane has a rough running engine, they can come over here and land. And they pick up a little bit of bumps here in this area here. Kind of read the waves out there. Not as bad as it usually has been. We get some white caps over here in some of these areas. Yeah, a ton of Javis out on the right-hand side. And they used to have sugarcane production up in these areas along the Hamakua coast up until 1994. It didn't have a lot of heavy taxes on it. It was really labor intensive. But believe it or not, back in 1969, 41.6% of all the sugar produced in the world was produced here in the Hawaiian Island chain. That's a lot of sugar for such a bunch of little tiny islands. And we'll probably drop down to about 500 feet along the shoreline out over here. Yeah, the birthplace of King Kamehameha is up the right-hand side, and then some of this stuff will be on the right-hand side on the way in, left-hand side on the way out. Yeah, Michael, that'll be on your side when we come back in over here. Yeah, I've been redoing some of those little condominiums down there on the right-hand side. Okay, so we'll probably pick up a little bit of rain along the shoreline out over here. Oh, getting a bubble bath. Yeah, here's that Pula Point Airport back out over here. And what they do is they have a airplane out over here. Usually on the weekends, he climbs it to about 10,000 feet when the weather's good. Have a bunch of parachuted jump out over there.
Song called Favorite Flower. Can't live with them, can't live without them.
And we'll do is we'll come down to about 500 feet or so. We'll start slowing down. Work our way back over here to what they call the Waipia Valley and Waimana Valley. Yeah, Waipia Valley is called the Valley of the Kings. King Kamehameha had a residence in there as well, and they used to have several thousand people living there prior to April 1st, 1946. Now there's only about 50 to 180 Hawaiians living in there now. Yeah, it's always been an agriculture area in there. If you ever had poi before, it's like you're eating a Red Bull. It's almost pure carbohydrate. What they do is they grind up the tar root itself, mix it with water, makes kind of a gray paste. Yeah, just going to push our way through this little rainstorm that's coming off of the shoreline over here. It'll come in pretty fast. Yeah, they make honey over there in the town of Javi out there. It's a lot sweeter than the ones down by the Puna district down there. They have all that sulfur down there, and the bees, they pick up that particulate matter when they're pollinating everything down there. They have to have the bees over here. They get imported in because they need to be able to pollinate the flowers for the coffee plantations, all the fruit farms we have here. Even macadamia nuts need to have the bees out here too as well. Yeah, it's just going to rain on us here a little bit until we get past the Pool Valley over here. But you can't have waterfall without rain. That's what these are recharging these things here. And if we may get a few little drips there every once in a while, you never have a watertight helicopter. They all leak at some point. Yeah, Michael, we only land out the left-hand side. On your side is going to be Alaska. There's thousands of miles of open ocean out there. Yeah, it takes about 7 days getting products in from California over there in the port of Long Beach. I can start to see some of the sea cliffs out in the distance out there. It's going to be heading to. You can already see the waterfalls out in the distance out there. Yeah, back in 1961 when President Kennedy signed the Peace Corps Act, their first training camp was down over here in the Waipia Valley. Yeah, that training camp's no longer here, but you'll be able to see why they did put it in there. It does look like Thailand, Philippines, a lot of places in Southeast Asia that those first volunteers did go to. And we do have 3 aquatic species of animals that live over there in the Waipia Valley. Got a bunch of bullfrogs down there, and we also have what they call the Tahitian prawn. Yeah, the Tahitian prawns brought here back in 1956. They were going to farm raise over in Oahu and Kauai. They got loose in all the islands and now lives in the river down there. The problem with Tahitian prawn is they pretty much eaten all the goby fish. The goby fish is a freshwater fish indigenous to the Hawaiian Islands. And they got big bulgy eyes, and what they do is they physically climb up the waterfalls in order to reproduce. The weirdest thing you've ever seen. And Waipia Valley has always been a sacred area for the Hawaiians, so we'll look at it from the shoreline, and we'll go into what they call Waimana Valley, which is a valley we can go into because it's a state park there.
Precious flower in the misty rain. Aloha, Yahweh, you will be remembered always.
Yeah, it's a fun park to go down to over there. Yeah, if you just take Highway 270, it takes you all the way over here to the town of Javi. Palo Valley is going to be over here on the right-hand side. You can't hike down the bottom of that one there. They have a little zigzag chill. It takes about 20-30 minutes to get down to the bottom. It's pretty good condition. Yeah, we'll head up by these rocks. And we'll end up all the way down at the end over there for the Waipia Valley. We come over there and make a nice 180-degree turn. put these rocks out the right-hand side. Yeah, believe it or not, these things do quadruple in size. We had Hurricane Darby here about a year and a half ago. These were just massive out here, but it was really hard to get out to these areas because of the amount of rainfall we were getting.
Forever will remain. Aloha, Yahweh, you will be remembered.
Yeah, you can't drive into the Whitefield Valley down there. You just have to have a four-wheel drive vehicle. Have about a 25% road grade that goes down. Yeah, you may see some grottos or caves down up into this area. Like I said, this used to be part of the island several thousand years ago. We had that massive earthquake and a big chunk of the island just fell off into the ocean down in here. Yeah, you never see any boats anchored along this area over here either. It's some pretty good waves coming on through here. Get some swells. Yeah, you probably get some action from that next hurricane that's coming up through here swell-wise. And I'll put these waterfalls on the right-hand side of the way in. They'll be on the left-hand side on the way out. Yeah, some of the Kahala volcanoes goes up to about 7,000 feet up there, but you can't see it because of all the amount of rain we're getting up there right now. Slow down here for us there. And every once in a while you see I get some landslides out there. Yeah, this green ledge back over here is called Lapahoi Nui. It's where they filmed the 1994 movie Waterworld with Kevin Costner. So they did the final beaching in scene down there. Yeah, most people come out here by small boats, kayaks, and jet skis. There's a trail that goes up and over from the Waipia Valley out over there. Takes about 6 to 8 hours to hike it. And you probably could survive down there. There's a bunch of coconuts, bananas, a little clam over here called opihi. Kind of looks like a China hat. Maybe see some of the native Hawaiians out there popping them off the rocks with a butter knife. Supposed to be able to eat them raw. I've never tried them yet, but since 1970 they've had about a 50% reduction in the number of opihi clams. Because everybody's eating them all. And Whitefield Valley's going to be down at the end over here. We'll come over here and make a nice 180-degree turn. That's called Wamana Valley up the right-hand side. Like I said, we'll be heading into it here pretty soon. Yeah, this little green ledge back over here is called Idaho. That was a leper colony back in the 50s and 60s down there. Not a very big area down there, but it was the 50s and 60s there, so. we'll start slowing down. I'll put it out the right-hand side and we'll switch to the left there. Yeah, back in April 1st, 1946, we had a massive tidal wave hit this valley right here. Did a lot of damage over here in this valley and Helo town. So I only have about 50 to 181 coming in here now.
This is the story of a tragic
A
event.
little bit of rain going on there. You might be able to see all the way back to the back. See those square-looking ponds, those Vitaro patches in there.
It's for the little, if not the last, Hawaiian fishing village in the state of Hawaii. This one's for
One of our larger black sand beaches out over here. A bunch of people out here since it is Sunday.
Barais.
There's an overlook off of here off the nose and just kind of on the right-hand side of that blue house over there. You can drive out there and walk out to that overlook there. They need to cut down a couple of the trees out there to make a lot better view, but yeah, I'll switch to the left-hand side. I like to stay away from this house over here. And over here on Michael's side there, what we'll do is we'll beach in over here at the Waimane Valley.
Almost heaven, West Makaha, High Ridge Mountain, crystal clear blue water.
And we'll stop at the first waterfall, Kawaii Kai.
Young and old among them.
Yeah, there's, like I said, a trail that goes up. You had to climb about 1,000 feet up the high in elevation over there to get over the down through this valley out over here.
To the place I belong, West Makaha. Oh, take me home, oh, country road. I heard a voice.
Yeah, you'll see some people out here camping. They probably came out by their kayaks and little small boats out there.
Far away, driving down the road, I feel spirits coming to me from yesterday, all my memories.
And we do participate in what they call the tour operator program of safety, so they do require me to maintain at least 40 knots of airspeed in here to keep the aircraft more stable.
Daytime sunshine,
Every once in a while it does get kind of bumpy in here.
midnight moon a glowing, stars up in the sky, country road. Take me home to the place I belong. West Makaha, Mount Kala. Take me home, country road. I hear a voice in the morning, constantly calling, as though
And usually on weekends people hike up to the bottom of this thing and start going swimming.
we driving down the road. I feel spirits coming to me of yesterday.
And we'll switch to the left-hand side here for us.
Heaven, I reach
Getting kind of windy in here today.
blue waters, sitting on the beach, young and old among them, eating fish straight from country road. Take me home to the place I belong. West Makaha, oh, Mount Kala. Take me home, oh, country road, country road. Take me home, oh, to the place I belong. West Makaha, Mount Kala. Take me home, oh, country road. Oh, take me home.
What we'll do is we'll head in what they call the keyhole over here. And of course, the helicopter pilot, you always have an escape route, so we're going just close enough to satisfy ourselves. Well, let's be able to get out of here. This aircraft does use a lot less power on the left-hand turn, so that's what we'll do. Yeah, we'll do a right pass and left pass, and we'll head out towards the shoreline here. Yeah, they tell me back in the 70s and 80s they used to do weddings down the bottom of that thing right there, but that helipad's no longer there. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll put it out the left-hand side for you here, and we'll head out towards the beach. Yeah, we'll head out towards the shoreline, make a nice left-hand turn, and those waterfalls that we saw on the way in will be on the left-hand side there. You see those people camping out over there. And work our way back over here to the Pula Point Airport here. Yeah, we'll head up and around the point over here. Yeah, probably have after today, we'll probably have a couple of days of clear weather, and then the wrap-around moisture from the hurricane will hit us there. Yeah, you can start to see that little zigzag trail that goes down to the bottom of the pool valley over here. Work our way back over here by the town of Javi here. And now the only way on the top between us on the right-hand side of the alley and Isaiah's side is going to be Alaska out there on the right there.
Sandy beach of Hawaii.
Yeah, the soil down over here in the pool valley is about the consistency of coffee grounds. Some really thick stuff down there.
So much fun on a white sandy beach of Hawaii. The sound of the ocean soothes my restless soul. Sound of the ocean rocks me all night.
And you may see some wind turbines out there. Yeah, since we had the eruption going on over here, they had to shut down the geothermal power plant that was here.
Those hot, long summer days, lying there in the sun on a white sandy beach. The sound of the ocean soothes my
It had to burn a lot more diesel fuel than they normally have to produce the electricity that we need here.
ocean, rocks me all night long.
And we'll stay kind of high and off the shore over here to keep the sound down from some of these houses over here.
Oh, last night in my dreams, I saw your face again. We were there in on a white sandy beach.
Yeah, they got that old school Hawaii feel over here. They have all the tin roofs over here, small little houses. Yeah, this section of land over here, because of the valleys over there, didn't have the steam engine. Yeah, if you go down the highway 19 over there, down towards the Helo town, you'll be able to see some of the old railway platforms they had down there. They're made out of cement, so they're still viable. Yeah, we had a massive tidal wave on April 1st, 1946, where we picked that steam engine off the tracks, knocked it over. It was picking up sugarcane. Also had a passenger service to it. And we get past the airport, we'll start climbing back up over there for the polo field.
way up high,
Yeah, it just kind of ranges south out over here on the Upula Point. Yeah, before the 1980s, they said you could see Maui out there really easy. There's a small uninhabited island called Ko'olave. It was a gunnery range from the Navy back in the 20th century. So when we had that eruption back in January 3rd, 1983, created all that volcanic fog out over here. And then, of course, 2008, we had the Kilauea Mau event start to erupt again. And we're not going to shake this haze until the eruption totally stops there, which may be never. So we're kind of stuck with that sulfur smell. Hadn't been as bad in the past week or so. It's actually cleared up out over here.
someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like lemon drops high above the chimney top.
Climb up to keep the sound down out over here.
You find
At the end of the runway down over there, you'll be able to see that one. It's not the ones that have the big giant lava rocks in there with the big walls. It's the smaller one. It's more of a flat profile down there. That's going to be the birthplace of King Kamehameha.
and the dream that you dare to, oh why can't well, I see trees of green and red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and
Yeah, I guess to kind of fly as high as we can over this area to keep the helicopter sound down.
what a wonderful world. Well, I see
Yeah, the second square just beyond this first one over here, that's going to be the birthplace of King Kamehameha.
in the brightness of day. I like the dark and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
We'll beach in past those houses out over here. Yeah, Mauna Kea has also been kind of clouded in all morning over here too as well. So maybe we'll get lucky and get recharged with some snow today or something.
See friends shaking hands singing, how do you do? They really say, I
go back from 100 inches of rain back down to 10 really fast. They don't make it easy for you to get down there. Look at that mud road down over there.
Then we'll know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful
And we'll stay up here at about 2,500 feet there for the sound. There's a little bit of turbulence we were talking about here.
star. Wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like a lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high.
That's Highway 270 over here. That's what you take to get to the town of Holly right over here. I use this point in the tour, ask people based on their personality, if they were a shark, what kind of shark would they be, and that's going to play into what we see on the west side of the island. Since you guys are all a family, playing a game called Crisscross, and say your spouse or travel partner is there. Yeah, so Michael, if April was a shark, what kind of shark would she be based on her personality, you think?
What's the most deadly?
You know, I guess the Megalodon back in, it's extinct now, but it was the,
Yeah, that
had
one.
really big giant teeth on there. That's a that new movie they got called The Meg on there, so. Yeah, April, what kind of shark would Michael be, you think? Yeah, I'm trying to remember which headset had the microphone that had the problem this morning. That's okay. Well, how about Ali? What kind of shark would Isaiah be back there?
What's the laziest kind of shark?
Oh.
You know, I guess the nurse shark's the only one that can sleep, so that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of them, they got to keep moving around there. Isaiah, what kind of shark would Ali be?
A dumb one?
Okay, all right. Good deal. Yeah, the reason why I asked is over on the west side of the island where King Kamehameha has his two temples dedicated to his war god Kali now, the island. The villagers that used to live there a few hundred years ago, I believe they'd be reincarnated as a blacktip reef shark. Of course, those villagers are no longer there, but the blacktip reef sharks are still there. And they come in when the tide goes out, and that allows any little bait fish to come up into the bay. Yeah, it's quite harbor way out in the distance out there. It's built back in the 1950s, back when they really considered the environment. That they do a lot of blasting on the coral reef out there to put that in.
Puzzle pieces in the ground. No one ever seems to be digging. Instead, they're looking up towards the heaven.
Yeah, you may see some rock walls out in some of these areas. Yeah, like I said, the Hawaiians had to put up rock walls around their housing areas over here to keep those cattle out. Yeah, you may have seen some horned cattle down by our basin, down by the Waimea over there. That's not the ones the British brought in. It's like a Texas Longhorn and Brahma mix. It's a drought-resistant breed.
Instead, they'll say,
Yeah, we'll head over here by this polo field in between the Fancy Pants housing area back out over here. You can see it just kind of ranges itself out on this ridge over here on the left-hand side.
nah, nah, nah. You keep adding stone.
Yeah, this island's just absolutely massive. The coastline is about 250 miles long, about 428 kilometers. Yeah, you can literally fit all the other Hawaiian islands in the middle of this one here twice. That's how big it is.
All around, but no one ever seems to listen. They're talking about the plans on the paper, building up from the pavement. The shadows from the scrapers on the pavement. It's enough to make me sigh, but that don't seem like it will make you feel.
Yeah, the cattle are pretty smart over here. They figure out it's a lot easier to go down an asphalt road than it is to go down through the lava rocks. So you have like a $10 million home over here. You've got like 10, 20 cattle going down through your driveway out there. Yeah, I had to put up a whole bunch of fencing out here and some cattle guards to keep them off of the highways as well. And you may have seen the signs for the donkeys down there by the airport. Yeah, those were pack animals originally carrying the sugar cane and coffee over here. And then once the vehicles showed up over here, they just let them loose just like they did in Southern California out there by Barstow. Then they were becoming nuisance animals over here, so they had a lot of them fixed, and then a lot of them got sent to a nature preserve up in Oregon up there. But we still do have a few of them over here. Yeah, they're coming down to the resorts and looking for a handout. Of course, you feed a donkey one time with an apple or a carrot or something, they're going to start coming back, so. Yeah, this airplane up the right-hand side has been going up and down the coastline all day at low level, and I'm not really sure what they're up to, so. Our refuel guy spotted them this morning up and down through here. I'm not really sure if they're doing land surveys. They got that LiDAR where they might be doing something, who knows. Trying to get him on the radio, won't answer, so. Maybe they're chasing a car or something like that. Hey, we'll do is we'll head up for this water tank. Yeah, those two temples that King Kamehameha had built to dedicate his war god are down there about the 1 o'clock or so. It's not like a Mormon temple or a Catholic church or a mosque that has the big spires on it. Just a series of organized lava rocks down there. Looks like a couple of loaves of bread at the top of the hill. And the National Park Service has a visitor center, so you can go down and check it out. You can walk up to the sides of the highs, but you have to be a native Hawaiian with permission of the Park Service to do any kind of ceremonies or access the highs themselves. Update these radios right quick. Well, on behalf of my manager Jeannie, assistant manager Jules, and the ground crew, I'd like to thank you guys for going out to the correction of waterfalls with us today. It's always an adventure here in the Big Island. And it's coming, you may see a few of our goat friends out here. Feel free to take a few hundred of them home with you. Yeah, they are pretty stinky though, I'll tell you that. If you're out here hiking, you'll hear them or smell them before you see them. And of course, there are our trip advisors who had a good time. My name is Ian, and even if you didn't have a good time, let us know that too as well. And I'll let the base know that we're inbound. Yeah, they've been doing some cattle around up here. You can hear them mooing up in the town of Waimea.
Can't keep my hands away from holding your eyes like gravity. Keep pulling me close inside of your world. I think it's time.
Yeah, we had Hurricane Darby. This was all whitewater rapids down here. Could not believe how much rain we had up in the hills. Those goats got trapped out in these areas over here. They created little islands. Yeah, if you go back and get your helicopter pilot's license, they teach you to pass the top of the poles. You know, just sort of be able to see where the wires are at, but you should know where the tops of the poles are. And we'll intercept our approach angle here. I'll talk to you once we get on the ground here.
It wasn't so bad. No? We may have to look into helicopter pig hunting in Texas.
There you go. There you go.